This is Hot Mic. Hot Mic on the networks of WDAY. Here's Dom Izzo.
Hour two, ready to rock and roll here on this Wednesday morning. Our thanks to Kelly and Brian Ducher for joining us. Mention Alabama softball plays tomorrow to open up the College World Series. The Kindred Power Hour continues here into our second hour. For those of you that were paying attention to the state track meet this past weekend in Bismarck, numerous tremendous performances, maybe none better than our next guest, who, if you want to talk about authoring the perfect way to end your high school athletic career, Riley Sunram did that with two more state championships in the discus and the shot, and he joins us this morning. I was just joking with him off air here. We've done this a few times. This might be I'm assuming the last time as a high school athlete. It's great to see you, bud. Congratulations. Did you feel inherent pressure to go out and win? I know you wanted to win. Did you feel that from others expecting you to win?
Yeah, there was a little pressure, but just getting the first throw in right away was a big plan for me. And then going out and doing that right away was big, and then kind of relieves all the pressure, and then just go out and throw after that.
To have those kind of performances with a ton of people watching, how Jack were you? Were you excited, nervous, a little bit of both? What were the emotions before going and throwing in each of these events?
Yeah, you just saw all the people out there before you were warming up, and you're just like, you got to put on a show for them. So it comes with a lot of nervousness, but again, with that first throw, you just got to get it out there, and then you're all good.
Did you know how close you were to the record, or did you find out afterwards?
Oh, I knew the records before the season started, so.
So you were just so close. 196.4. I mean,
yeah.
Were you just waiting for that? Was that like, okay, this is it. I've saved up all year. This is my best throw. I'm waiting for it now.
I mean, discus was a little struggle this whole year. Couldn't really get it to go, and then state meet, it just kind of all connected. And then it flew pretty good. So
we're looking at a photo, I believe, from Todd Rose from the forum that took of you and the crowd. There's 7-8 people deep of you at the shot put. I mean, and that's not an easy area to get to. I know where this is at the bowl. I mean, you got to be going crazy when you see this. I mean, what were your emotions seeing the amount of people wanting to see you throw?
Yeah, when you get in the ring, you just look back and you just see everyone staring at you. It just, like, the first time you get in there, it just kind of hits you right away, and you're just like, wow, like, all these people are just watching you. So it's just awesome though how many people got there, and just really hypes it up and just gives you a lot of energy.
To have those kind of performances, how gratifying was that? To, like I mentioned, you can't go out any better than what you just did.
Yeah, it's just awesome to do that as a senior, and then we obviously fell short. We got second as a team, which kind of sucks, but yeah, I just ended it the way I wanted to, and really happy about it.
Is that the perfect way to cap off things, just in your your entire Kindred career? Just to say, I know you wanted the team championship, but to say, I could not do any better than what you did.
Yeah, it was perfect. I mean, to get second all time in both shot and disc, I mean, never really expected that, but really just pushed past my goal this year, and just really happy, and yeah, perfect way to end it.
Okay, I'm sure this is the question you've been asked a million times. Which one do you like more, shot put or the discus?
I don't know. I mean, shot put, you can always just kind of muscle it out there whenever you want. Discus, it's more like technique. You gotta, be smooth. But I've always kind of liked the discus more. But I mean, the last few years, shot has really, really been fun.
What I guess took to you of each of those? What drew you to them? Can you give us the backstory on that?
As a seventh grader, I wasn't really sure if I was going to do track or baseball, and then I just wanted to kind of try it because my mom did in college. She was at MSUM. She really pushed me to do that. She helped me all the time as a seventh grader. I mean, we were out because the shot put ring's right behind my house in the backyard, so we were always out there. She would take videos of me. Even this year, I would just send her videos asking her if she saw anything. So she was a really big help for that. I just can't thank her enough.
When did you figure out you had an aptitude for it? I like doing that. Was it almost immediate, or did it take a little bit?
I mean, it took a little bit as a seventh grader. Right away, it's really hard to do it. I mean, it's a weird motion for both shot and disc. You think you're throwing disc like a frisbee, but it's the total opposite. And then 8th grade year was COVID year, so we didn't even get to throw. And then freshman year, I was just gonna see what I could do. It was kind of a rough start, but I grew so fast, and it was just so fun. Nothing else like it. So kind of freshman year, I kind of started to grow the like for it, and I just ended up loving it.
Okay, now let's go back. Did that mean the baseball career is over? Have you hit? I would love to see you hit a baseball. I can't imagine how that would go a little ways. Is the baseball
Yeah,
career done?
yeah, I was done after freshman year. Well, actually, that was my last year, but freshman year I had state track, so I missed a little bit of baseball. Came back the first game, I hit a home run. So
What position did you play?
first base,
I was gonna say
big target.
that
Yeah,
or catcher, man. That's probably the two spots that probably
yeah,
I can't
yeah.
imagine behind the plate. To have this, you mentioned you won the state championship in football. You guys had a heck of a run. I know, bitterly disappointed with the Class A basketball to play at the Dome and lose to Devil's Lake, and to have this in track. If I were to tell you back in August, this is how your senior year is going to work out, would you take that for what things went down?
Oh, for sure. Any day of the week, I'd take that. Yeah,
What one is more gratifying, the football championship or the state track titles?
football for sure.
Yeah.
Always football.
I know we visited with you on signing day or right after signing day with Minnesota. When I talk about that in a minute, but we just had Abby Dutra's parents on, and she left an unbelievable legacy at Kindred. I know you're in the middle of it, but when do you think it might hit you to say, "Holy cow, I accomplished and we accomplished some pretty cool stuff at Kindred during your time when you were there"?
Yeah, I mean, even just looking back now, I don't really realize how good it is. And my parents just keep telling me that. I just can't really believe it. But I think once I go to college, once I start thinking back about high school and stuff, I'll just actually appreciate how like good my high school career really is, and really be grateful for that. I am grateful now, but it's never really felt real to me.
Now that you've had all this time, we talked in December, football stuff is done with, what's coming up. How much fun was it just to focus on basketball and track, just to cut out all the noise and I'm just going to enjoy things? Were you able to do that for the last few months?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, once you got signed, I mean, it kind of settles down. You get the workout plan, you get the nutrition plan, but it's your last two sports, so just go and focus on that. And I mean, you can do whatever you want, pretty much. I mean, just go out there, play the sport, and have fun.
We're talking off air. So this 72-hour span as you have back-to-back state championships, and then the next day you graduated. Give me what that was like for you emotionally over that 3-day span.
Yeah, it's just a lot of things packed in a couple days. I mean, you go out there, throw two good shot and discus throws. I mean, you get second in the state for team. I mean, which is it's still awesome. You get back home, go to bed, and you get right up and get ready for graduation.
All right, so let's talk Gopher stuff. You mentioned you got the workout and nutrition plan. What's been into that? What have you been doing here over the last few months?
Yeah, so just listing, it's kind of it's just three main lifts: bench, squat, and clean, and then you just got some other minor lifts. And then the nutrition plan, they want me at 4,500 calories every day, so gotta keep eating. But
What does that entail? So what have you been eating every day to get to that?
I mean, it's just a lot of protein, a lot of big meals.
I'm sure mom and dad aren't going to be, too upset for you to go down to Minnesota. They don't have to worry about the grocery bill anymore then?
Yeah, they can save a lot of money for that. Yeah.
We were talking, so you have literally like 3 or 4 days, and then it begins. You got to be down at the U next week. What is in store? Like, for people that don't know, Riley, about the offseason in college football, and you're about to figure it out, what do they have planned for you here for the next couple months for fall camp begins?
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of preparation. This summer is it's like your first step into the college world in college football. You do running and lifting, and then you got a little bit of install. So I'm ready for it. I'm excited.
Does it feel like forever? It seems like you and I have been talking about college football for like 2.5 years. Now it's going to be reality next week.
Yeah, I mean, it's gone by so fast. So it still feels. I just remember that call after the NDSU offer. Doesn't feel like that long ago. Now it's already here. So
What is going to be, if you had to encapsulate a couple favorite memories either on the field, off the field, on the track, whatever. What stands out to you when I ask you that?
I mean, it's got to be this last football season, just going out there one last time and playing with all my buddies, and then getting to see Luke now, my other DN, getting an offer from Iowa State. That's just awesome for him. Every single day, practice was really fun with him. I always got to compete with him. I'm just really excited to see what he can do next year and the foregoing years, and then see where college football takes him.
I do have to ask, what the favorite memory of you running the ball at the Fargo Dome this year? Where does that play? Where does that one rank for favorite memories?
That's got to be up there too. I mean, getting to run the ball as a lineman is your dream.
Do you still get harassed about that even now, like 6 months later?
I mean, everyone's telling me I should have scored, but I mean, I tried.
So for the next step here in the Gophers, where are they telling you about? Have they been specific about a position? Have you got your number yet? Have you picked a number? All that kind of good stuff. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So position, I'll be inside,
Okay.
D tackle, one or three technique, and then, I mean, I put in a request for numbers, so I don't really know that yet, but I'll find out when I get there probably.
What did you put in your number? I'm assuming, or
It was mostly like 90s and stuff like that. So.
It's great to see you, man. I know you're battling. I don't want to make you lose your voice anymore. I appreciate the time. Congratulations on an unreal run. I know you'll have some more perspective on this the further you get away from it, but it has been so much fun to watch over the last couple of years, and I always appreciate you giving us some time to come on the show. Enjoy a couple days off, and we'll catch up when you're down in Minneapolis, all right?
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for having me on.
There he goes. Riley Sunram from Kindred, North Dakota. State champion twice over in football. Won it as a sophomore, wins it again as a senior, and then goes out and wins 2 more track championships in the shot and the discus. Eric, throw up that photo again, if you could, please, of the crowd. I talked about it yesterday, and shout out to Todd Rose from the forum who took this photo. Look at this. I mean, there are 8-9 deep to watch him compete in this event. I mean, the hype was for real. He delivered, clearly, but I mean, this is unnatural for track. This just does not happen normally. I mean, I've been out there a handful of times, and that maybe for fellow Kindred guy Jack Plankers and Landon Leckler when they were going toe-to-toe, and this was 2011, 2012, around 2011 probably. I was out there for that and saw that because I knew each of them were going to go play football for the Bison. That is pretty cool. And to deliver when everybody's watching, everyone's expecting you to win, I don't need to tell everybody. That's the hardest thing to do in sports. And he delivered in spades. And, I feel it's funny he mentioned that. We've had a front row seat to see all of what Sunram has done. He mentioned we had him on the show. Eric will remember this. The day after the Bison offered, it was June of 2022. We had him on. We had Riley on the next day. The day after that, PJ Fleck called and offered him. Literally. I got it because I had a bunch of angry Bison coaches, not the angry that he was on the show. Like, oh, here we go, because we offered him. Now Minnesota's in on him, and everything that happened after that. From we're talking 4 or 5 Big Ten, couple of ACC, a couple of Pac-12 offers. I mean, he was about as decorated as we've had for a football player in the last 5 to 10 years. And now he's off to the Big Ten to see what's up. So it's been same thing with Abby. I had a front row seat to see everything with there since 2017. To see this with Riley over the last couple of years has been a lot of fun. And we wish him the best of luck. Freshman year, not always great, especially if you're doing scout team. I don't know what he's going to get a chance to do, but be fun to follow here over the next little bit. We're due for a break. We'll come back. We're going to wrap up Hot Mic. Of course, we got Bison Media Zone, Mandan Zone, Jackson Duteneffer is going to join us this morning. A couple other things we want to hit on as well, including our poll question as well. We're back after this.